Okay, modeling polynomial functions. What that means in regular English is they're going to give us a graph or a table, and we are going to come up with the equation. Okay, so we're going to come up with a model based on what they gave us. Okay, so the first few, they're going to give us a graph, and we're going to write the equation from the graph. The second two, they're going to give us a table, and we're going to write the equation from the table. Okay, it's fairly simple. It's easy math. Okay. The first ones, the instructions are write the cubic function whose graph is shown. Okay, write the cubic function whose graph is shown. So they're going to give us a graph, and we have to write the function based on the graph. Okay, and we're going to write down the steps. They probably don't mean anything to you at first, but don't worry about it. I'm going to explain what they mean after we write them down. Okay, step 1, find the factors from the x-intercepts find the factors from the x-intercepts. Step 2 is going to be label x and y on your fourth point. They're going to give us 3 x-intercepts and 1 additional point that's not an x-intercept, okay? The one that's not an x-intercept is going to be x, y. 3 is going to be plug into the equation. Four is solve for A. And 5 is plug A into original equation. Okay, I know it sounds like a lot, but trust me, it's not that difficult. Okay, we've actually already done this before. The only difference is it's cubic functions. Okay, kind of like last time. We had already done that stuff before. The only difference was the type of function we're doing it on. Same with this. Okay, both things that we're learning today we've done before, so it's not entirely new. First thing I want to do is we're going to draw the graphs. On your practice, the graphs are already there. But on this one, we're going to draw our graphs. Okay, so number 1. And we're just going to put the important points. Okay, this point is important. -1, 0. Zero, 3. Is that point up there? This point is important. +1, 0. And this point, 3, 0. Okay, and then I'm going to connect my graph. Okay, so like I said, they gave us 3 x-intercepts and 1 other point that is not an x-intercept. It happens to be a y-intercept, but it doesn't have to be. It's any other point that's on this line. Okay, that's not the x-intercept.
What does it go down?
Why does it curve down?
Yeah, like on the second part, it looks like all the way down.
This part?
Yeah.
That's just the way the graph goes based on the equation.
So you don't count like the lowest minimum?
You can, but on this one, we're doing something different than that. But you could, because we have learned that before. But no, that's not what we're doing on this one.
Or you're just starting like how it is in the calculator?
I'm sorry, what did you say about the calculator?
You're just doing it how it is in the calculator now.
Yeah, exactly. All right, but you can find the minimums and maximums on this one, just like we did before. We're just finding something different on these. Okay, first thing it says is find the factors from the x-intercepts. Okay, so if you remember, when we were factoring to find the x-intercepts, okay, like I'm just going to use this one as an example. This one, x-intercept, right, or 0, is x equals -1. Right, I'm just using this one as my example. It's true for all three of these, but I'm using this one as an example. And remember, the factor for that, the way we found that was we solved. We set it equal to 0 and solved. To go backwards to the factor, we want to move the 1 over to the same side. So in that case, the factor will be x plus 1. Okay, the factor has